The Filipino-American Cancer Care now brings you On the Air with FACC, hosted by Josie Moralidad Zyman, Emrich Vicente, and Ed Logan.
Magandang umaga, Pilipinas. Good evening, America. It's Friday once again, November 6, 2020. Ako po ang inyong lingkod, Josie Moralidad Zyman. And of course, may mga bisita kita ngayong gabi. But before we introduce to you our guests, I would like to welcome once again ang tatlong partners ko sa radyo. Sa PHLV Radio, we have Johan and of course sa Virginia, the co-founder and executive vice president ng FACC, Ed Logan, at sa Maryland, our board of director ng FACC, Emrich Vicente. Guys, good evening at kumusta kayo?
Words. I'm trying to find the words to say, but we're here and we're trying to really continue, inspire and share hope for others. So I'm excited to, for tonight.
Yes. Mainit pa rin ang politika sa Pilipinas or sa Amerika, but we're not going to talk about it, okay? We are going to inspire our listeners sa mga story ng mga kababayan natin tungkol sa kanilang mga magulang na nagkaroon ng cancer. And tonight, we are going to pay tribute sa mga kababayan natin na namatay po sa breast cancer. Emrich, how are you?
I am good, Ate Josie. Hello, Kuya Ed. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening and watching us in the Philippines. Magandang umaga. And magandang gabi dito sa Amerika. Good evening, everyone. So we have an exciting lineup of guests today. Very inspirational. I think the stories, and it's the daughters, right? Of our Filipino community. So we're really excited to have and learn other things. What's going on? What happened? Listen to their stories and learn as well at the same time. So.
And of course, paano ba mag-alaga ang isang anak sa isang ina na may sakit, di ba?
Yeah. Absolutely. It's how, I don't know, we're going to listen to the stories today. How did they do it? Taking care of your mom who was diagnosed with cancer and went through the whole chemotherapy, all of the things that happened, the process, the finances, the health, the journey of it all. We're going to talk about it today.
And Ed, ngayong araw na to, sabi mo, ito yung araw na nabuhay ka or namatay ka. Ano ba yon? Namatay?
Pronounced dead.
Can you tell us something about this?
5 years ago, November 6, exactly around 10 o'clock, my heart stopped. I have to resuscitate by medical doctors and professionals at Innova Hospital. So
Wow.
It's a bit mixed emotion. That's why I said I'm trying to find some words. And then today, I also listened and watched the tribute to Archie Bustamante, who participated in our bingo. So the brother died
Of June.
So Archie with the brain cancer. It's just really, I'm trying to find words, how to describe the feelings. But I want to inspire people. That's what I want to hear our guests tonight to give that hope for.
Yeah. Well, we are so lucky and we are so happy for you being here around. Otherwise, without you, I don't know if FACC will be around today.
Yes. That's why sabi nga nila, life is very precious, no? Life is too short, but every day, kailangan nating gawin ang lahat na maging maligaya tayo. Di ba, Emrich?
Absolutely. Today and tomorrow is never been promised, So.
Okay. Now, sino yung unang magpapakilala sa ating bisita?
I will be introducing our guest, the first guest today that we're going to be talking to. She is a Cebuana Oh, wow. A
Cebuana and Ilongga.
and Ilongga mixed together. But one thing that I caught my attention when I was reading her bio was she studied a Bachelor of Science in Tourism, because I studied transportation and management, and next door to our campus is tourism students. So we shared campuses. So, anyways, she traveled almost 50 countries in the world. Amazing. Also,
At a very young age, huh?
at a very young age, and she also studied here in the BYU Brigham Young University in Idaho, and she also worked in Dubai. At You were 20 when you went in Dubai, so it's amazing how this story that we can't wait to hear, and of course, a daughter of a beautiful mother. Is it Eda? Eda Katadman, pure Ilongga, who was born and raised in Cadiz City, Negros Occidental. And there's going to be a story that we're going to hear from you there. So we're looking forward. And your mom is also the president of the Pertoda, or the Tricycle Association in Bacolod City. She loves to dress up well and loves makeup, shoes, and bags, of course. The ladies' stuff, it's good. But the thing that everyone knows, your mom, she's always a giver. And also our dear guest today loves to garden. So gardening, and she donated a lot of vegetables during our Zumba.
Yes,
So,
binigyan niya ako ng upo.
exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Winnie or Twinnie Katadman Whitman from Rockville, Maryland. So welcome.
Welcome.
Hi. Good morning sa Pilipinas, and of course, good evening dito sa US. So I can't wait to share with you the journey that we had when my mom was still struggling with cancer. It's actually such a beautiful memories, and at the same time, it was one of the saddest memories that we had with her.
Yeah.
So, just ask whatever you want to ask, and I could share.
And you said some of
journeys.
your friends are listening as well and watching. If you want to greet them now.
Yes, my family's in Bacolod, and in Talisay City, in Negros Occidental, and also in Cadiz City. My dad is in Cadiz City, so in Networks shop. So my uncle has a shop there, so they are like trying to promote a new shop as well, because it's a new built shop.
Twinnie,
So
how many are you in the family?
We are actually three. So I'm the youngest and I'm the only girl. So I have two brothers. One is just got back from Dubai, and the other one also just got back from Saudi Arabia. So they're all in the Philippines right now. And at the same time, my dad is also there. So my dad used to work in Saudi Arabia for 27 years. And then it's a sad story, because the time that he wanted to retire and be with my mom, and that was the time that my mom was not well. So it was a sad story.
Kailan ba na-diagnose yung mama mo?
As far as I could remember, my mom was diagnosed October 25, 2015.
Wow.
So at first, she was vomiting and she wasn't feeling well. And she says, I have a headache. And so my housemaid called me in Dubai, and she says, Ate, your mom is vomiting and she's not feeling well. I have to bring her to the hospital. So she was brought to the hospital by one of our drivers. We used to have a lot of, we actually still have tricycles. In the Philippines, we have at least five or six tricycles. That's my mom's business. And so, one of our drivers brought her to the hospital, and she continues to vomit. So when I found it out, and so she says, like, Inday, I just have this thing in my breast that it needs to be, it's an operation. I was like, what's that?
How old was she then?
She was just 44 at that time. 54. I'm sorry, 54 at that time.
Okay.
And so she told me, I want you to be here with me during the operation. So she says, you already gone through with this, the cyst, this cyst
lump
to breast. Yeah. So I said, like, yeah,
In
sure.
your case, you had also that lump.
Yes, I had when I was 17. I had an operation when I was just 17, 2 operations actually. So they removed my lump on my left breast when I was just 17. I was in college. And then she said, that's the same thing that you had when you were in college. So I might probably do the same. I was just like, okay, so let me file a leave from my work and I could be with you in the hospital because she wants her baby girl to be with her. She doesn't want like the boys.
The boys.
Yeah.
Of course.
So she's more
Bonding.
comfortable with me. So I was just like, okay. And then I spoke to her doctor and the doctor says that we found something on your mom's brain. It wasn't normal. It was like some sort of like tumor. Sabi ng doctor, parang tumor siya. So one of your family needs to be here because my mom is alone. She's living alone in the Philippines and we're all working abroad.
Yeah.
So I was just like, when I heard about it, tumors, a brain, it's not a joke. So I flew immediately at the night of that time when the doctor spoke to me. I flew immediately to the Philippines and I wanted to be with my mom at that time. So when I got there, I didn't even like find time to drop at my house. I just went straight to the hospital. I was with my mom. And so the doctor explained to me, this is the result of the CT scan. He actually showed me this, and she has two more, both of this.
Wow.
Sinasabi nila parang sa ano niya, yung tinatawag niyang balance niya, tumubo, yung bukol sa ulo. So I said like, kaya
So you mean to
pala-
say aside from lumps
Exact-
na nasa breast, mayroon pa
sa
sa
brain.
sa
Yes.
brain
Brain
niya?
tumor.
Wow,
So,
kumalat.
Yeah, so sabi ng doktor, ano pang yung ibang nararamdaman mo? So he actually asked my mom, ano pa ibang nararamdaman mo? So I told the doctor, actually doc, we were just talking about yung sa breast.
Right.
So when the doctor opened it and he saw it and he immediately called me outside the room and he says like 100% in my opinion as an oncologist for so long sabi niya ganun, I think your mom has a cancer. Sabi niya lang ganun. And you know, it's a big thing when you hear about cancer. I feel like, what? And I feel like it's gonna be in a fourth stage na kasi nasa brain na. So alam mo yung time na ako pa mag-isa sa Pilipinas kasi wala pa yung mga kuya ko and my dad is still in Saudi. So I was like, what am I gonna do? Anong mangyayari kay mama? Kasi stage 4 daw, cancer daw. So hindi ko pa talaga na ano yung sinabi ng doctor.
Right.
So, you know what I did? I was like lying in the hallways, the hospital, and I was crying like a baby. But at the same time, I don't want my mom to hear it.
Yeah.
So the doctor says, it's your call. If you want to tell your mom, or you will wait for your family, for your dad or your brothers to arrive. That's what the doctor says. It's your
Just
call.
a moment,
It's up to you.
di ba sabi mo stage 4 na yung
Yeah.
cancer ng mama mo. Do you have any idea ba kung nagkaroon siya ng mammogram preview, like years ago?
Did she go
No.
through that? No.
No, she
Hindi?
never go through it. My mom is scared of the hospital. So,
Scared din siya sa mammogram. Ayaw niya rin
Yeah.
magpakonsulta.
yeah, ayaw niya ng mga ganyan.
You
Takot
know
din
how
siya
it
sa
is,
mga
guys,
hospital.
the Filipino culture that,
Yeah.
they don't go to the hospital every year, even just a yearly
Check up. Yes.
So
Ganyan
that's
sa atin.
awareness we want to make sure we encourage.
Physical check-up every year.
Exactly.
Yes.
Siguro ang
even just
problema
a
din dahil
check-up.
wala silang insurance, at mahal ang Medicare sa atin, yung
Yeah, sa
medical
Pilipinas.
services.
Exactly. And I was like, hindi ko alam yung gagawin ko. Like, I have to talk to her. Pero at the same time, cancer, nasa isip ko, alam mo, may time na I blame myself for being away from her, nga alam ko na ako lang yung nag-iisang anak niyang babae. Pero bakit ko siya
Absolutely.
iniwanan? Yun yung iniiyak ko sa labas. Pero pagpasok ko ulit sa loob ng kwarto, I wipe my tears. Sabi ko, I'm gonna face my mom like way they, yung parang normal lang.
Like normal.
I don't want, ayoko siyang yung maging magulat or maging nervyos sa kung ano man yung balita na sasabihin ko sa kanya. And so, sabi ng doctor, tomorrow we're gonna do a, ano bang tawag no, na biopsy?
Yes,
Na parang
biopsy.
I-inject siya sa dodo
Yes.
niya, like get some tissues in the
Oo,
breast.
malaking
and then-
needle na
Needle, yeah.
ipapasok sa breast mo.
Yeah,
Mahaba
to get some
yan.
tissues. Exactly. So after that one, not even like 30 minutes, bumalik na yung doctor and confirm it's cancer.
So stage 4.
Stage 4. So doon na, I find a really perfect time to tell my mom of what's going on with her.
Right.
So in the middle of like 3 in the morning, I was praying, secretly, and I was like, just give me strength kung paano ko i-explain kay mama. Na I don't want to be like crying like a baby, mama, you have this, you have that. I don't want to be like that. So I find time and I was like secretly praying. If my mom awakes at this time, will be awake at this hour because kailangan niya magbanyo, then that would be the perfect time for me to tell her what's going on.
By the way, Johan, no? Si Johan, may mga pictures dyan na pinadala ako. Yan ang mama ni Twinnie. Yan. May mga pictures silang dalawa. Okay.
And so at that time, yung sinabi ko sa kanya, Mama, do you remember Tita Inday? Sinabi ko, I give her an example. Tita Inday is having an ovary cancer. So sabi ko, you remember how she goes through with the chemo, nakalbo siya with the radiation. And she says, yeah, Inday, I remember your tita. Sabi ko, Ma, we're gonna be doing the same thing with you. Pero don't worry about it kasi nakita mo naman si Tita Inday nag-grow yung hair. She went back in the, normal like na ano siya. Sabi niya, really? Okay, so pupunta din tayo ng Cebu. Sabi ko, yeah. So magpo-proceed din tayo ng Cebu, then we're gonna go through with the radiation, the chemotherapy. But don't worry about it. Your hair will grow back. Sabi niya, okay. So parang ano lang sa kanya, yung normal lang parang lang ako. Pero deep inside talagang kumukulo na yung dibdib ko. The right after that day, sabi ng doctor, you're gonna rush your mom to Cebu City. The worst thing is in Bacolod, we don't have a radiation system like, there's no radiation in Bacolod. So you either go to Manila or Cebu. So the doctor said, you need to rush your mom to Cebu or the nearest big city because we need to do the radiation immediately sa brain niya kasi ito yung pinakadelikado.
So ano yung mga pagbabago na nakita mo sa kanya mula nang ma-diagnose siya na parang lumalala na yung sakit niya?
Yung after the radiation, I was with her the whole time and she was in Cebu. You know the feeling that bakit yung mom? I have a lot of questions like why we are at the cancer center, why we are at the cancer hospital, why my mom? I have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Why does she have to go through with it? Kasi from time to time may mga cancer patient that they're passing in front of me with no hair. And parang talagang lutay-lutay na. And I was like, I know that at the end of the day, pag nagpatuloy-patuloy yung radiation ni mom, she has 30 days of radiation. 30 days.
30 days? Wow.
Yes. 30 sessions.
Can you imagine that?
I think ang kanyang off ng radiation is only Sunday. So, and 10 days of radiation, that was the time then when she started combing her hair. Wala, natatanggal na. And I cried in the balcony and I was like, this is it. I spoke to her doctor and I told Doc, natatanggal na yung hair ni Mama. And she told me, yeah, in 10 days of radiation, then talaga.
And so you are very young. You know, si Twinnie, mga 30 ka pala ngayon, di ba?
31.
And you were 25 at that time.
At that time, yeah. And I was so brave. I brought her immediately to Cebu with the flight. Yung parang, alam mo, my mom is a cancer patient. I need this. I went straight to Cebu Pacific pa yun. Parang pina-assist ko talaga si Mama. Ako lang mag-isa. Myself, like punta kami, sabi ko, Mama, we don't have any place to stay. We're gonna rent a hotel right next to the hospital. Sabi ko, but I'm gonna bring you in the morning. Sabi ko, tayong dalawa, kung sino pa mga doktor na kailangan ko kakausapin ko para lang maagapan yung sa brain mo.
Right.
Kasi it was so dangerous.
How about yung financial resources? Hindi ka naman nahirapan?
That time, kasi when I was in Dubai, medyo okay pa. Like I have a good salary, I have a good job in Dubai. And then during the time na talaga na medyo pang ilang araw na kasi the radiation will cost you about 3,000 pesos a day.
Radiation lang yon.
Yes, radiation lang yun.
Gastos para sa chemotherapy.
Yes, yung ano pa is nag-rent ako ng apartments kasi we're not from Cebu, 'di ba? We're from Bacolod, so we don't have a house in Cebu. So I rented an apartment in Cebu, so it's pretty close to the hospital as well. So probably it was like 25,000 pesos per month. Sa sa apartment pa lang para lang ma-cover si Mama na hindi na kami magbiyahe ng malayo. So good thing that that time I still have savings back in Dubai. I have a good job in Dubai, and at the same time, like I have a colleagues back in Dubai also. They're very helpful, especially those Arabs, yung mga locals of Dubai. When they found out that my mom was having thing, so they would ask me, you know, you need help. We're gonna send you this. So alam mo yung Ate Josie, I really believe in like if you help people and like randomly people will
Blessings
just like
will, come on your
blessings
way.
will come. Randomly, may mga tao magbibisita sa kanya and they're gonna, yung sa atin pa, maghuhutot ng pera sa bulsa ko. I was like, oh, no, it's okay. No, I know you need this.
Mhm.
Yung parang ganun niya, you didn't even
Mhm.
ask it.
Ano
Yeah.
yung
Even ask it.
pinakamatindi na suffering na nakita mo sa mother mo nung time na
Ma'am.
nagkasakit siya?
Ang pinakaano talaga is yung time na shinave ko yung hair niya.
Yeah.
When I start shaving her hair. And then that was the time when my mom, I feel like my mom is so down at that time that she doesn't even want to at least go out or at least sa balcony man lang. So sabi ko, I wanted to rebuild her confidence. So what would I need to do? Sabi ko, Ma, do you want me to get you a wig? Sabi ko kay mama. Sabi niya, that's okay, why not? So that time I went to SM. Sabi ko, bibili ako ng wig ni mama. When I put the wig on her head, yun parang sabi ni mama, I want to go to the mall. So parang nag-boost yung confidence niya when I start putting the wig on her head.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then she started like roaming around sa mall. Pero alam ko na yung when I shave her hair, talagang alam mo yung ayaw niyang mag-open ng door, yung open ng window. She was so down. And then and thing also is yung nag-chemo siya. After like nagpahinga lang siya ng a week after the radiation, then she needs to go through again with the chemotherapy. I think she has 7 sessions of chemotherapy, 7 or 8 sessions.
You mentioned na nalumpo siya.
Yes.
You mentioned it to
So,
me. Paano nangyari yon?
Si Mama, nalumpo si Mama 2018. Ito yung
Why?
nangyari. After nang naoperahan si Mama, na-remove yung breast niya, so the doctor declared that she's free. Like, no cancer. Sabing ganon.
Mm.
And then, so I told my mom, alam mo Ate Josie, during the time when you have a family of having this kind of thing, especially stage 4, you wanted to give the best of them. Like you wanted to make sure that today is the last day. Yung parang ganun yung gusto mo.
Right.
So I asked my mom,
At saka parang
Mom,
hinahabol mo yung oras.
exactly. So I asked my mom. I know hindi kami binigyan because I really asked the doctor, please don't give me such thing that she only have 2 years to live. I don't want to hear that kind of thing.
Mhm.
I asked the doctor, please don't tell me like that. So, nung time na yun ate, I asked my mom, what are your wishes? As much as I can give it, I wish I can, but I would love to give it to you. And she says like, Inday, I want my house to be renovated, like our house. I was like, for what? She says like, I want for you guys to be comfortable every time na uwi kayo na Pilipinas. I was just like, okay. So nag-loan ako sa Dubai, ate. And sabi ko, what else? Sabi ko ganon. She said, I wanted to go to Dubai to travel.
Mm.
So I told her,
Kaya pala may mga pictures kayong dalawa.
yes, that was my
Yeah.
gift. Sabi ko sa kanya, kung makayanan mo yung operation, like yung removal sa breast, if you, kung makayanan, if kakayanin mo lahat yun, mama, then I'm gonna give you a gift. So that's the travel to Dubai. She spent a month with me in Dubai and she was
That's beautiful.
really, really happy because that's one of her dreams.
Memories that you guys share.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then 2018, andun ulit Ate Josie, early 2018, she started to have like headaches, suka ulit,
Mhm.
And so that was the time when I sent her actually to Iloilo, Perpetual, Iloilo. So they says that lumaki yung bukol sa ulo, which is like sobrang laki na yung parang kalsing laki na ng apple. So I spoke to the doctor and I says like, do we have any other like
Mhm.
options na pwedeng maanohan si mama? The doctor said we're gonna operate her brain. And so my mom says, no way.
Mhm.
Nobody could touch my brain. There's no way that maoperahan ako, lalo na
So
sa
hindi
brain.
siya nagpa-opera sa brain.
No, hindi siya hindi talaga
By
siya
the
pumayag.
way, kung may nakita kayong picture, no? Nung namatay itong nanay ni Twinnie, si Twinnie mismo ang nag-make-up sa kanya.
Yeah.
Paano ka nagkaroon ng lakas ng loob na gawin to para sa mother mo?
Yeah, so during the time when yung si mama na lumpo na, so my dad decided to stay na talaga sa Pilipinas kasi si mama, she needs 24 hours care. You need to carry her to the bathroom, you need to feed her. Ganun si mama. And then andito na ako sa Amerika, si mama, in and out na siya sa hospital, ICU, parang ganun na. So last year, October last year, nagsabi na yung dad ko na, sister-in-law ko na, si mama is not responding anymore. You need to go home. So I flew immediately. Umuwi ka agad ako sa Pilipinas. I went straight to the hospital.
What
and
month is it last year, Twinnie? Is it?
It was October. My mom passed away October 20. October 20, 2019.
Mhm.
Oh my God, just last year.
Mm.
Yeah, last year. na
Sariwa
talaga.
pa yung mga sugat ngayon.
Oo. Ate, so I decided, I knew for the fact and in my feelings that my mom will be gone soon.
Mhm.
She suffered a lot. She has a lot of ano nang tawag doon, bed sores.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Madami siyang bed sores. Sobrang dagdudugo na yung likod niya. So she really suffered a lot. You could really tell na masakit yung katawan niya, but then she could no longer talk because ano na siya, yung unconscious na siya. So I told the doctor, I'm gonna bring back my mom home. Because, you know, at the end of the day, kung mawala man si mama, gusto ko sa bahay. So we brought the oxygen at home. And then every day, parang kinakausap ko siya sa inaano ko siya, kinakausap. I whispered to her every day that, Mom, I love you. Sabi ko ganun. And if you wanna go, Mom, please don't worry about us. Sinasabi kong ganyan sa kanya. Sabi ko, don't worry about my brothers, don't worry about Dad, I'm gonna take care of them. Always kong inaano sa tenga ni Mama. And then her only response is yung luha dito sa gilid.
Here's a communication form.
Yes, yun na yung that's the only response. And I asked my mom, is there anything else that you want me to yung parang i-resolve ko yung mga yung hindi mo na resolve when you were still, if we were able to talk pa. Sabi ko, do you want me to talk to your brother I think she never talked to her brother for like 15 years now. So I told her, Mama, do you want me to call Tito Boy to send you a voicemail? Hindi, of course, di na siya nag-reply. So ang only response na talaga is luha. If it's luha, it means yes, yung parang ina-assume ko na lang. So I call my uncle and I says like, Uncle, Tito, si Mama ganito na yung sitwasyon. So my Tito send a voicemail na he also asked for forgiveness from my mom. And then I put the phone sa tenga ni Mama and then she started crying. Yung parang feeling niya na I've been waiting this for so long. I've been really waiting, but now I couldn't respond. The only thing my response, I told Tito, my mom's response is luha. So I think she understands. She hears you. So a few days nang inuwi ko siya, I spoke to my brother Edgar in Dubai. Sabi ko, Kuya, I think we need to gather na. I told my brother, I think we need to gather na, all of us. That's why we don't know, Mom will be gone tomorrow, maybe later, I don't know na. Sabi ko, so si Kuya talagang umuwi ka agad din sa Pilipinas. 2 days lang ng pag-uwi ng brother ko. And then, inipon lang kami lahat ni Mama. I was just right next to her. Alam mo yung nakaiglip lang ako, Ate Josie? Kasi nagsasaglitan kami, nagbabantay sa kanya, we're gonna watch the oxygen, sabi ko gano'n. Nakaiglip na ako for a second, probably for a second. And then, pagtingin ko, hindi na nagmo-move yung oxygen ni Mama. Sabi ko, oh my goodness. Parang ako, sabi ko, and then I call my dad, I call my brother, sabi ko, Mama! I was shouting at home, Mama. And then that was the time. I remember what the doctor told me when we were at the ICU. He says that, kung i-open mo yung eyes ni Mom mo, na nakikita mo pa yung reflection mo, it means she's still alive. That's what doctors advise. But then, when you open her eyes, and then you only see the black, yung itim natin na dito sa eyes, tapos wala na reflection, just the black thing, na wala na talaga kang makitang light reflection, your face, so it means wala na si Mom mo. Yun yung advice sa akin ng doctor. So, di ko nakalimutan yung Ate Josie. So, I open her eyes. May flashlight pa akong gamit-gamit. And then, check her pulse. And check yung dito. And then, check yung... ang last ko pang... narinig ko pa yung last pump ng heart ni Mama. Last pump. And then after that, wala na. So my dad was like, how can I leave now? Wala na yung asawa ko. Sabi ko kay dad, pa, we have to accept. You know, in our church, I grew up as a Mormon. You know, we are like Mormons. So in our church, we were sealed at the temple. So we have this belief that we will meet her again, you know. So that's why God be with you till we met again, because I knew for the fact that I was going to meet my mom again someday. So I told my dad, don't worry, we are sealed in the temple. You will meet mom again. She will be very beautiful, no sickness, no cancer, and she will be waiting for you. Sabi ko sa kanya, sabi ko kay dad. So my dad was really, really crying at that time. And I was the one who stood in front of my two brothers and my dad, because my brothers are mama's boys. So they are like, you can see them crying in the floor like a baby. You know, alam mo yung parang inagawan ng candies na, galit na ganun yung mga brothers ko. Tapos I was just the one na, we have to let go, mama. Mama, we have to let go. We love you. Yung parang ganun, ng go with peace. Ako yung mismo then I covered my mom sa blanket na. Then I called yung funeral na my mom passed away.
Saka ikaw yung nag-make up sa kanya. It took you how many hours ba?
I think it's probably an hour. Kasi one of my mom's like wishes is, she has a best friend, si Sister Verna, and one of her wishes that Sister Verna will gonna change her gown inside the morgue. Yung parang siya yung magbibihis sa kanya inside sa morgue. So me and Sister Verna was actually there inside the morgue, nagbihis kay mom ng gown niya. And at the same time, one of my mom's wishes is I'm gonna put a makeup on her during that time. Because even though nga si mama, na siya yung parang nasa time na siya na unconscious na, I wanted her to look presentable kahit may magbivisit sa kanya. So I always put like yung eyeliner, yung lipstick sa kanya, yung kahit na alam mo yung she's really in pain, but at least she have lipstick on. Ganyan si mama. So every time pag may bumibisita sa kanya, para namang walang sakit yung mama mo. Sabi ko, of course, I put lipstick on. I put itong pangkilay dito, nilalagyan ko yan si mama. Kahit hindi na siya, she's using oxygen, I still put all these things. Kaya alam mo nung nasa
we will get back to you, Twinnie, no? Pagkatapos siguro ng ating special song number kasama si Mads, at syempre magsishare din si Mads ng story naman ng kanyang ina. Now let's listen to Mads song number para po sa ating mga tagapakinig, followers and viewers ng programang On the Air with Filipino American Cancer Care. Thank you so much, Mads Johnson. And ngayon, nandito siya. Kahit masama yung pakiramdam niya, talagang, mag-share siya ng story ng kanyang mother na isa ring breast cancer victim. Now, Ed, who's going to introduce Mads? Is it Ed or Emmerich?
The highlight, as you guys witness with her voice, a golden voice that really appreciate that uniqueness of a saxophone and jazz, soul, funky. It's really amazing how you listen to her voice, right? So, well, Mads Johnson is a Filipino American singer, songwriter, okay, arranger of her own music. She lives here in Virginia, and she traveled, around the world, especially in Europe, Canada, and other countries. And she's actually an esteemed alumni of the University of the Philippines Concert Chorus. Very proud. That's why you can see the voice over there. And then, of course, she is, well traveled as well as part of the UP Madrigal singer. Okay, so when she was featured as soloist in the Asian tour, with one of our famous icon, Lea Salonga, Dulce, Freddie Aguilar, and just to name a few. Okay, tonight we welcome Mads to share her story, her tribute to her loving mother. Please welcome Mads Johnson.
Hi.
Hello, Mads.
Hello, Mads.
Go ahead, Emmerich, for the first question para kay Mads.
So my first question for Mads is really the memory that you have with your mom, growing up and things like that before she was diagnosed with cancer. If you can share that with us.
Well, I haven't been home for a long time. It's been maybe 27 years. I've lived here for 27, 28 years and 80% of my life. But I've been going back and forth to visit my family. But my mom, as I remember her, she's always happy. Bigyan mo siya ng kaunting bagay, she will just dance to it or she'll sing. And she's very kind-hearted person. And kilala siya sa buong subdivision where we live. At kahit sino tinutulungan niya. So when she passed away, there's like almost 500 people came to the wake. Wow. Can you imagine? That was a lot of people na, saan galing itong mga taong to? My gosh. Ganon ang impact ng mom sa mga tao.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, kailan siya na-diagnose ng cancer?
Actually, 2019 lang, around February.
Wow.
Last year.
Just last year. Actually, this is the month that my mom passed away. It's her first year death anniversary, November 20th, 2 days before my birthday.
Oh gosh. And now we're on November, huh?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Dapat uuwi ako, but dahil nga sa COVID, hindi ako makauwi to see her. So, na-diagnose siya 2019 February. Before that, she had surgery, I think twice. They took the lump, like this big. Kasing laki ng santol. Yung
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anong stage ba siya?
At that time, it was benign. Twice benign. So
Every time, benign yan eh.
benign. So after that, nung umuwi ako I went back home. When was that? 2018, I think we had a show there with Gino Padilla and Rani Raimundo. We did a show there, and then medyo meron na siyang ganon. So sabi ko, Mami, alagaan mo yan, kailangan magpati. Ay, okay lang yan. Alam mo naman yung matatanda, di ba?
How old was she then?
When she passed, she was 81, 82.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. So, nung umuwi ako, nung last year, nung 2019, before that pa, 2018, sorry. 2018. Medyo nalilito na ako sa time natin. No? So, 2018, we had that show, and then sabi ko, Mami, nakapa ako. sabi ko, ma, let me see that. So, wag mo nga akong pakialaman. Alam mo naman yung matatanda, di ba?
Yeah.
Sila. Wag mo akong pakialaman. Patayin sabi. Sabi ko, kung di ba ako gumanon, hindi niya papahawak sa akin. It was this big. This big. It's really hard right here on her chest. So sabi ko, ma, patingin ka na, please. Patingin ka na.
Ayaw niya rin magpa-mammogram?
Ayaw na niya eh. I think you knew when you think it's there.
Yeah.
Parang ganon.
Parang nasa stage of denial siya.
Yeah, and she's on her 80s. And what else do you want her to do? You know, she lived her life.
And that's probably what she was thinking. I'm in my 80s.
Exactly. So I've lived my life. Ayoko kayo problema. I don't want you to think about the money and how am I doing this and all this kind of stuff. And she was like, I'll be fine. If this is my will to go, then if the Lord say I have to go, then I'll go. That's what she's been saying. So, syempre ako as a daughter, I'm the only daughter.
Wow, pareho
three
yung
brothers.
twinnie.
So,
Are you the youngest?
I'm the second from the oldest. So, syempre, yung mga kapatid ko, sila yung nag-aasikaso sa mami ko and they tell her na kailangan. Sabi ko, alam mo, hayaan mo na lang. Just don't mind her. She will just go if she wants to. Kasi ayaw ko na siyang pakialaman eh. Nag-aaway lang kami. So, nung sabi ng kapatid ko, medyo in pain na siya. Sabi ko, magpapadala na yan. Sabi ko, sige na, patingin nyo na. Then February 2019, inano na siya, dinala na siya. Then she had a emergency surgery na. Ni mastectomy na siya.
Sa Pilipinas to.
Sa Pilipinas. So yung time na yun, medyo alam ko na with the pictures they sent me and everything, nakita ko eh. So there's a lot. Still growing. So sabi ko, naku Lord, please help me. I can accept it because you gave her 6 more months to live, to be with her family. So, nung time na yon, syempre, nag-hope pa rin kami na tumagal-tagal siya, pero she's deteriorating her health, she's losing weight. She couldn't eat anymore. It's just gradual na lang talaga, manigit. Parang ibon eh, kung kumain. So, around September 2019, I had a show here. I had a Unity Festival. After that, I flew back home. Kasi dinala ko yung 2 anak ko para makita nila yung lola nila. But she was still alive. She was okay. But I have a feeling that she will leave us. But I can feel, kasi iba na eh. Makikita mo eh. Nung I did a fundraising here November 14, 2019, nakakuha na ako ng sa mga kapatid ko. This is her urine na. This is the color. When I saw that color, I said, this is it. I'm going home. Tama-tama, umuwi ako Sunday. Dumating ako Tuesday, which is, madaling araw na, is 12 o'clock in midnight sa Pilipinas. Diba kasi, nag-ano tayo ng time, diba? So, ang nangyari nun, pag uwi ko, I went straight to the hospital. Then I had
Go ahead.
Parang
nawala yata tayo ngayon.
Yatim her on. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll wait
I think
for
we just need to go back.
Mads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really
Nag-freeze si Mads, no?
it's tough. It's a common story in the Philippines, amongst Filipinos.
Mads, if you're monitoring us, pwede kang bumalik. Okay.
Yeah.
You can join again.
It's common thing in the
Wala tayong
Philippines.
control.
It's
Yes.
hard. There she's back.
I'm sorry. I think it's my internet. I'm really sorry. I apologize, everyone.
okay.
You're good.
Live.
I'm glad I'm back up. Anyway, that time, nung umuwi ako, nakita ko pa siya. She was at the edge of the bed. Her legs were swollen. Parang pinukpok. May mga pasa, ang dami. Siyempre maiyak ka na eh. Nanay mo, gano'n, suffering. So, nasa edge siya kasi ayaw na niyang humiga. She doesn't want to lay down because she feels like she's drowning.
Grabe
You know,
talaga
kasi,
yung cancer na to, no? Lahat na lang
no, this is,
Yes.
yeah,
talagang
so,
ipaparamdam niya sa isang biktima yung mga
exactly.
sakit.
Same.
At saka ikaw na anak, nakikita mo yung suffering,
Yung
di ba?
pain, yes.
Pero how much more na siya?
Right, right. That time, I think she was just waiting for me to come home.
Yeah.
So, nung nakita ko siya, kasi may patch siya. She has the patch on one eye. Yung isa kasi sarado na dahil na yung fluid is coming out from the other eye. So, nilagyan nila ng patch. So, I saw her crying. And then, hinawi niya pa yung hair because she did this like this to my hair. And she did like this. Nanginginig, saying, pray, pray. So, magulgul na ako. Siyempre, pinipigil ko eh. Sabi ko, Ma, go. We should go now. Papa Jesus is waiting for you. I don't want you to suffer. It was really, really hard on me. When I saw Twinnie crying, I said, oh my gosh, am I going to go through this? I might cry. But, you know, I'm just glad that she's okay. After a few hours, she passed away.
Mhm.
So, sabi ko, Ma, please, not on my birthday. Kasi birthday ko 2 days after eh. So, sabi ko sa kanya, Ma, at that time, she's still thinking about me na mag-ano yung kwan. Mamatay siya not on my birthday. Inisip niya.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Naka-freeze pa rin si Mads, ano? Can you hear us, Mads? Medyo nagkaroon na naman ng diferensya yung kanyang
Ayan.
connection. So, Mads, what was the last words of your mom? Ano yung mga huling salita niya?
At the time, she was still okay. We were on a video chat with my younger brother. She said she will wait for me. That's the last word. Then when I got there, of course, she couldn't talk anymore.
Yeah.
And restless na siya. She's pulling everything. She's taking everything out of her. The blanket, yung IV, gusto na niyang i-pull. Ganon. So, anong nangyari nun? Nung sabi ng doktor, kinausap na niya kami na we need to let her sleep na. Kasi restless na siya eh. Ihihiga na namin siya. So, hiniga na namin. Basta mahiga na siya, malulunod na siya eh. Diba? Kung malulunod na siya, and that's it. That's the end. We're just really waiting. So, hiniga na lang namin siya. We were there. Umuwi lang kami saglit. Pero naramdaman na namin na she was gone nung nasa bahay. Bumalik lang kami. Ganun na nangyari. But it was hard for me. It was my everyday thing for the whole year. I've been thinking about my mother all the time. Like, I'm going to lose my mother. I didn't even had a chance to be with her kasi nandito ako. I just wish I had, time to take care of her. But nung time na yon, medyo sabi ko, ang hirap. Nahirapan ako until today. I'm having a hard time thinking about it or forget about it. I think they said everybody will say like it's like years, diba?
Grieving,
to forget.
yeah. Mads, grieving, it's like no timestamp. It's different. People have the way they have to process grieving. So it's it's really sad, but that's part of that healing down the road that everybody's looking forward to.
What do you wish, Mads? No, what do you wish you had said to her before she died?
I have said everything I could while she was still alive because I know this time will come. My family were all very close. My brothers are into church. They're very much involved sa church. So lahat yan na nagawa namin with that 6 months na bago siya nawala. Kasi we've been through this with families, with other relatives that gone through with this. Tapos hindi sila nagkaroon ng chance to really spend the time or say what they need to say to their parents or yung mamamatay na loved one nila. So kami talagang, we see to it na we have everything to tell her. Maski sa video chat, everyday kami, kahit tulog siya, I check on her. O, hindi ka na, mag-video naman na tayo. Ano bang ginagawa? Gumaganon pa ako kay mami ko. You know, yung binibiro mo siya para
But to have
maging masaya siya. But then you know she wanted to smile, but you know, you can see that she's losing everything. Na nagde-deteriorate na siya. Yeah.
Sa palagay, sa ngayon ba, Mads, may mga takot ka rin na yung nangyari sa mother mo, na nagkaroon siya ng sakit, na baka later on, baka magkaroon ka rin. May mga fears ka ba na gano'n?
Yes, of course, because my aunt, her sister passed away with the breast cancer too. I have some cousins that had breast cancer. Of course, I am worried about that too. So I'm probably gonna have to have them checked. Next year na. Muna nito.
I suggest, Mads,
have to.
magpa-genetic testing ka talaga.
this is what
It's
we
worth-
have to make sure our
It's worth it.
our listeners,
Yeah.
viewers, please, as part of educational and awareness,
Exactly.
you know, let's,
Right.
you know,
I'm just joking. I know. I've actually thinking about that, but when you grieve, you feel like you don't even want to do anything. Like you're
Yes.
afraid that it might happen to you
yeah.
as soon as you expecting it. You know.
Mhm.
Not
Pero wala ka
expecting-
namang takot sa mammogram.
No, wala naman.
And you do it every year.
Yes.
Okay. How about you, Twinnie? Sa family niyo, parang mayroon ding history ng cancer.
Yes, both sides actually. From my dad, yung I hear yung mom niya, parang breast cancer yung kinamatay yung mom ng dad ko. And then si mama, breast cancer din. So both sides talaga from my side. So I do, when I was in Dubai, I do my checkups every 6 months. So that's the suggestions ng doctor ko doon. So every 6 months talaga nagpapacheck
Is that
ako.
like a sonogram?
Yeah, parang
Parang ultrasound?
ultrasound. Parang hindi talaga nawawala yung mga bukol-bukol kung sa mga babae sa atin. So I always have those things. Kaya of course I'm also worried about myself, especially yung talagang mom ko yung magkaroon
And
ng
you're very
ganyan.
young, you know.
Yeah.
Kita mo
And
naman
then-
si Angelina Jolie, talagang pinatanggal niya na.
Pinatanggal niya. I wish I'm Angelina Jolie as well. I'm kidding.
But you know, ang suggestion ko talaga sa inyo, magpa-genetic testing kayo. Kasi yung BRCA, yung BRCA, yung sinasabi nila na kung mayroon yung ina, baka mayroon din yung anak. Di ba? So Mads, what else do you want to say about your mom? Paano mo ino-honor yung kanyang pagkawala?
Supposedly, supposed to have a show for November 14. That show is supposed to be for her, in memory for her, and at the same time birthday celebration because last time when she passed, I spent my birthday back home, and malungkot. I wanted to be happy for this year. That's why I created the show for this year. Dapat yun, dedicated yun for all the cancer survivors, breast cancer, mga still suffering or with the disease.
Survivors, yeah.
Oo, dapat, ano ko yun eh. Actually, sasabihin ko rin yung FACC there. I have one song that I'm supposed to sing in memory for her and for all the breast cancer patients that are still suffering until now with the disease, and for all the survivors.
And you have a very beautiful voice. Ang ganda, Emerich, no?
Oh, yeah. My God.
Okay.
Bibigyan
Pero
ko
bago
yan.
tayo magpaalam, may isa ring magandang boses. Yung gwapo dyan, na nakaputi. Nakantahan niya kayo, Mads.
So,
Nangharana ka na ba?
nothing to compare to you, but I hope that you guys, I was listening to your stories and I thought I started thinking about the song that probably would mean a lot. So,
Okay.
by Sam Smith, Lay Me Down. Yes, I do I believe that one day I will be, that I was right there, right next to you. And it's hard, the day you seem so dark. The moon and the stars are nothing without you. The touch, your skin, where do I begin? No words can explain the way I'm missing you. Deny this emptiness, this hole inside. The tears, they tell their own story. Told me not to cry when you were gone. But the feeling's overwhelming, it's much too strong. Can I lay by your side, next to you, and make sure you're alright. I'll take care of you. I don't want to be here if I can't be with you tonight. I'm reaching out to you. Can you hear my call? This hurt that I've been through, I'm missing you like crazy. Oh. Sorry.
Ano? Okay na yun.
So much.
Aha. Walang problema doon. Ano?
Thank you.
Napakagwapo mo pa naman. Walang problema kung gaano kagwapo si Emerich. Ganyan din yung kagwapo yung kanta niya. Right, Mads?
Opo,
Naiyak
yes.
ako sa kanta niya.
Gets
Ganda
emotional.
ng message.
I mean, my mom's still around, and when you were describing about your family and my aunt was going through, although she didn't pass with cancer, she was a survivor, but she passed a different way. And my aunts, they're also close to me, so it's a lot when I'm listening to you all. So
Again, thank you, Tweenie.
Thank you.
And for your courage of sharing
you.
the cancer journey that's being affected in your personal lives. And know this is really meant a lot to giving the tribute to your loving mothers.
And we learned a lot from them, you know,
Yeah.
kay Mads. At
that's
saka-
why everybody needs to go to get the health assessments every year, check up, especially the ladies. We were talking about the two mothers here.
And not only that, ang Pilipinas, ang mga Filipino, may study yan na sa lahat ng mga Asians, ang mga Filipino yung may pinakamataas na kaso ng breast cancer.
Breast cancer.
Right.
Great. Well, thank you, everyone.
have
Thank
to,
you, ladies.
Do more work para sa awareness. And you know what? I'm so thankful na binigyan tayo ni Tweenie at saka ni Mads ng pagkakataon na ma-share yung cancer journey ng kanilang mothers. At saka I'm sure na nandyan pa rin sila sa inyo. Thank you, Tweenie.
Thank you po. Thank you po sa lahat na nakinig, and I hope you learn something from us. And for those who are suffering from cancer, and especially the family is also with the cancer patient, always remember na if it's time to let go, please let them go. Don't hold them. And if they really wanted to go, please let them go. Ganyan yung na-learn ko from my
15
cancer
seconds na lang kay Mads kasi 10 o'clock na.
That's okay. Don't worry. We have a lot of time next time.
And we're going to watch your show kasi ang
Yay!
ganda talaga ng boses mo.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Let us
Actually,
know
magawa
how-
natin ito sa FACC.
Actually, nag-usap kami ni Ed and we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
About that.
Thank you so much,
Thank you, everyone.
Johan.
Thank you,
PHLV Radio.
Good weekend, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you all
More
next
pictures
Friday.
kay Ed. Bye.